Living in this world, a person must accept everything there is with love, because everything there is the energy of love, but there are different energies. There is goodness, passion, and ignorance. And you should not say that traditional medicine is ignorant and alternative medicine is goodness. It is not so. Any non-professionalism in treatment is ignorance. And when speaking of herbal medicine, it is extremely difficult, and you should study it very carefully. Herbs have strong effect, but it is seen in a long time later. Herbs affect both gross and subtle body, but traditional medicine only see gross effect. But herbs are not just chemicals, their major effect is on the subtle body, and it is very difficult to see this effect. You must study it for years. So herbal medicine is difficult to study in this time. A good doctor in this area is very rare. I associated with one herbal doctor in Moscow. He had a clinic and a pharmacy, and he told me of his results, and he made a herbal mix for me. And when I started it, I understood that if I drink this decoction for any time longer, I will just die. It really made distortions to my body. And it is not about chemical processes, but the major effect is on the psyche. You must be very careful with herbs. It is just an example. I have nothing against you drinking herbs, but we are going to study this matter. So the first thing you should know is that traditional medicine, ordinary medicine that treats with pills, it's like reanimation. It is required when you have some strong pain, you are in a bad condition that requires immediate action. This chemical medicine, it blocks processes in your material body. It is needed when you did not act in time, you did not work with your health, you did not heal your subtle body. Working with subtle body requires much time, and it gives a long-term result. When you affect your gross body, it is done much quicker, but it is unstable, it does not last. You just patch up some problems you have. If there is a hole in your boat and you are at sea, that is this gross medicine, you just need to patch up the hole. The modern medicine, it patches up your problems quickly, and it does it well. This is emergency medicine. But as of the benefit, this is the only thing pills do. You see that? Out of all drugs and pills, the most dangerous are hormonal, antibiotics, and cytostatics. Cytostatics are required when you have some very heavy chronic disease. They are actually useless, because if you have a chronic disease, that means that you must plan your trip to our health center or elsewhere where chronic diseases are treated. They can only be treated with climate, trees, herbs, yoga, fasting, diets, with exercises, but they cannot be treated with pills. It is impossible to treat chronic diseases with pills, because these are diseases of subtle body. If plaster is falling off the ceiling and you just swipe the floor, it is not treatment. You must fix the ceiling. and it is more difficult. The doctors must at least understand that there is plaster. For starters, there is subtle body, and then you try to affect it. The modern medicine knows nothing about psychic body, subtle body, and that it affects health. They just know there is nervous system, but nervous system is just a bridge between gross and subtle body. For this reason, most doctors have no idea how to treat people seriously. They just patch the holes. But it is also needed. Some people think negatively about traditional medicine, and it is bad attitude, especially in matters of diagnostics. If you feel weak, you are inactive, you can't work, you don't have appetite, and it is a lasting thing, and your weight is going up and down, that is a sign of chronic disease. Weakness, long-term, bad appetite, problems with weight over 6 months. It all tells of a chronic disease. Chronic diseases can be easily diagnosed with special means. Scientific diagnostics, modern diagnostics, is good. I mean, ultrasound, do an MRI if required. It's a magnet field that can shows very precisely any growths that are in your body. Cancer is the primary reason of death in this world. What is cancer? If you do no yoga, you do not fast, you do not cleanse your body with raw food, fasts, yoga and exercises of breathing, know that after 35 some subtle channels will be blocked. When they are badly blocked above some degree, another being gets in your channels and it lives there against your will. And it's a benign tumor. And when 2 subtle channels are affected, it becomes malignant, cancer. This theory that all these tumors appear because there are parasites in your body, some microbes, and you try to work with it, this is nonsense, because parasites live in your body also because subtle channels are blocked. Furthermore, if you suppress all flora, your immune system will be out, because it is sustained by microbes and parasites. So, some amount of these creatures in your body is good for health. And also some light viruses that give you no temperature, they stimulate your immune system and keep your body active. But if there are no bacteria, viruses and parasites left, you're going to have no immunity. So if you try some anti-parasitic program and you have nothing left in your body, then expect some heavy infection in 6 months or so. Just as the sun gives a person ability to take heat, just like movement makes a person strong and cold, it stimulates a person, microbes make your immunity strong. Do you understand this? This is the way your body lives. If you don't move and think that tension is no longer your problem, that is wrong. You're going to be tense. If you eat no more and think that your ill digestion will be fine, it will be even worse. So, body needs stress. It is wrong to think that microbes are your problem that gives you cancer. Cancer is caused by meat, inability to forgive, tension in your body that can be released by yoga, pranayama, fasts. or raw food, if you do not clean your body, you may get cancer. Your subtle channels are gradually blocked, and if there is a benign tumor, that's the first alert telling that your subtle channels are blocked and you need cleansing. Diagnostics is extremely important to everyone. You must check your complete body at least once in 5 years. Modern means allow you to find even 1 millimeter tumors in your body. I have not checked myself in about 40 years because I know everything about my body as it is. I can feel and see what is going on inside my body. But it doesn't mean that you can live like this too. So, the next thing you must know when a person takes hormonal drugs for a long time, he becomes an invalid. Hormones replace natural body functions. If you take insulin, that is the end. Diabetes is caused by excess heat in your body, too much fire, and your sugar goes up. We have treatment method. It helps in early stages, and to children we put 4 gemstones on fingers and say goodbye to diabetes. We put these gemstones and diabetes no longer develops if it is at an early stage. You can come to us for 4 or 5 days. We will select gemstones for you. Early stages of bronchial asthma are treated by white coral or cat's eye on your index finger to stop it. These are easy means to stop the disease development. All chronic diseases are treated by methods we propose, but in order to understand that you have a chronic disease, you must be diagnosed. Diagnostics is important. Do not think it is bad. But know that there is computer diagnostics, and it is a profanation. It is based on studying electromagnetic impulses left in your body. We bought a machine to do computer diagnostics. We tried it for 2 years and found out that in all results there are 2 problems. First is hyperdiagnostics. All trace reactions are left in your body. For example, you had tonsillitis 5 years ago, and the computer, it shows that you have tonsillitis now. Or you had chlamydia 5 years ago, and it looks like you have it now. And it is impossible to differentiate. As a result, there is this list of diseases, your prescribed antiparasitic program, a lot of pills and drugs and bioactive supplements. And the person is addicted to all this stuff after computer diagnostics. You must not do it. It is not going to help you. You should not take all these bioactive supplements. They are not going to help you. It is just business. Firstly, these are not drugs. These supplements have weak effect, because if they have strong effect, they are going to harm you, and it will be revealed very quickly and the business will be over. Those supplements are weak. But any potato and carrot, they also affect your body a little bit, like these supplements. Just regular food products are like bioactive supplements. Just make your diet better, have more spices. Spices are natural bioactive supplements. Pick 20 spices and you have all you need in terms of bioactive supplements. Do not think that your body lacks something. You lack regulation. If your calcium is low, do not eat calcium. Clear your subtle channels and there will be enough calcium. You see?
Итак, есть медицина, лекарства.
There is pills, medicine, but modern medicine also has cleansing methods. This cleansing medicine is good. For example, enemas are good, but not daily. It is a cleaning method, or laxatives, or bloodletting. There is also cleaning of your nose by saline solutions. It is very good to clean your body. It is important, but not daily. And among cleansing methods, there are difficult ones that a person must not do on his own, and there are easy methods that you must do yourself. For example, if a person has meteorism, then either laxative or enema will help. You must listen to your body or take advice from a doctor. If your body is tense, you need to oil it. Oil will help you, or if you feel very cold, then oiling will help you. If your head is heavy, then cleansing through nose will help. It releases brain from toxins. So, body cleansing is a good thing. There is bloodletting, there are laxatives, enemas, nose cleansing or through sweating. You can go to a steam bath. First cold, then hot, then cold again. You must not eat in bath. You can only have herbal teas, and you cannot go to the steam bath right after you ate. You must be hungry. First cold, then hot, and then cold again. If you always feel cold, then first warm, then cool, hot, cool, and warm in the end. Make it warm in the beginning and in the end if you tend to feel cold. But before you go into hot bath, you must take cold water. Otherwise, there will be no benefit. Cold means a swimming pool, shower, or snow. It depends on how much fire you have. If you're very hot, you can go into snow before entering the steam bath. If you're cold, then you just can take a cold shower. If you get frozen and go into steam bath, it's okay. If you're in Siberia and you got frozen just going to the bath, it is normal. You can have honey. How many times? One time less than you would like to. You should enter the steam bath one time less than you would like to. You feel like you want to, but it may be too much, then don't go. The same goes to eating. In the evening, you must have one preparation less than you would like to, and in the morning, you must eat a little bit less than you would like to. Do you understand it? Cleansing medicine is at its highest in Kerala, India. There is Kerala state with Panchakarma. You must go there for 20 days, and it is powerful cleansing of your body. If you blow your nose all the time and cough, you get fat, you are depressed. If you feel weak, your appetite is bad, then you need Panchakarma. Go there, clean your body is clean, you weigh less, you don't blow your nose anymore. That means your body was cleaned. how to pick a clinic. I did not study this matter. It is best to search on the internet. Look for reviews, find the best ones. It is even better to call the person who wrote the review. It is best to look at reviews. In Hungary, there is a very expensive Panchakarma clinic. It is even better than in India, but it costs about 8,000 euros. But India is also not so cheap. It is an expensive procedure. It requires 4 doctors per 1 person to have Panchakarma. The patient is observed all day long. For this reason, our treatment is not so cheap either, because a lot of people work with patients. There is an announcement here about Panchakarma in Sverdlovskaya Oblast. No, I did not authorize this announcement. I am very strict about Panchakarma. It must not be performed by underqualified people. Panchakarma is like a surgery. It can either kill or resurrect. You must take it very seriously. That is why I've been practicing alternative medicine for 20 years and I still do not have Panchakarma in my clinic. And that is because I saw people leave their body after good oiling. They die of stroke. And at an early stage, like Prakshalana, I am telling you again, any cleansing procedure is a medical procedure, with the exception of enema. Even laxative, you must be careful with it. And especially with emetics, you can get really sick because of it. Only high qualified professionals in India can do Panchakarma, and there are no specialists like that in Russia. I know many people just tell they can, but actually there is no one, no professionals. Let's move on. A hot person must first have a cold shower, then steam bath, then cold again. And steam bath is always low temperature. Don't go into high temperature steam baths. When you enter a steam bath, first you feel nothing, and then gradually get hotter. Then your body is heated from inside. But if you go inside and it is extremely hot, you burn your airways, but really your body is not heated properly. Turkish bath is great, but it doesn't suit everyone. The Russian bath is a low temperature bath. I'm afraid I may be wrong, but it is about 55-60 degrees Celsius, but not 70, 80, 90 or 100 degrees. That's too much. Time, you must get relaxed in the bath. It takes everyone their time. Let's move on. So, you understand the cleansing procedures. Even if a traditional doctor prescribes you laxatives, it is a helping method. You must clean your body. Fasting is a very powerful treatment. If you have a fasting specialist, he can treat anything. But do not think that the books defeat your disease yourself. all tell the truth. Know that there are diseases that a person cannot defeat himself. It is extremely dangerous to deal with them. These diseases are cancer, TB, hepatitis C. You cannot defeat these things yourself. These diseases are stronger than you. You need special weapons. If you get a book, defeat a tank without a grenade launcher. Try to defeat a tank with no weapon. Are you going to believe this? The same is with cancer. Cancer is an aggressive living being that has many ways to spread itself inside your body. It is a living being, and there is a war. We've only recently found out that the real weapon to defeat cancer is tree roots. But not any tree roots, you are not going to select them yourself, some will make it worse. It is a very sophisticated, subtle science. We are making no announcements now, but if you have some people that have malignant or benign growths in their body, we can help as complementary medicine. First, we talk to a person to make sure he is rational. We do not take late stages of cancer. We had cases when we failed to help a person and he left his body, and his relatives sued us and caused us many troubles, like we did some harm. And no matter how you tell me that that is not your case, we cannot know for sure how our relatives are going to behave. When there is war, no one knows how it is going to go. The decision is made individually. We decide whether to take cancer patients. There are a lot of factors, but mostly we take those who take active traditional treatment. And if a person does not want to have chemo or make surgeries, it is not a fact that we are going to treat him. Okay, if you want to learn about cancer, I'm going to tell you all I know. No, that is important. The first thing is that when a person has cancer, he must only eat roots, leaves and stems. He cannot eat dairy products, seeds and grains, let alone meat, alcohol and cigarettes. Only roots, leaves and stems. This is the only food. And fruits, even vegetables that live above the ground, they cannot be eaten. They can cause tumor growth, but these are big restrictions. At least you cannot eat grains and meat and dairy products. This is for starters. If you don't eat it, that is great help. Second, the only oil that does not cause tumor growth is hemp oil. We have tested it. It works. So we only prescribe hemp oil to cancer patients. Thirdly, soda or hydrogen dioxide, they cool your body. Either one of two suits a person. They do not heal cancer, they just lower its activity, they do not allow it to grow. Yes, you eat it, but it must be prescribed by a doctor. It works, but it does not make your tumor better, it just does not allow it to grow too fast. Now, there are machines that treat cancer with vibrations. We studied these machines. Yes, there are vibrations of certain frequencies that make tumors smaller, but after some time your body is harmed by it. And do not read those handbooks. It is like shooting sparrows with a cannon. You just take frequency from 1 to 1,000 hertz that cure cancer, and each person only has 2 frequencies that heal his 2 channels with cancer, and it must be really precise. You are mistaken by 1 hertz and your tumor will grow instead of getting smaller. Only a very qualified person can make it. We could make it, but we refuse to use this machine because it is inefficient. Roots are much more effective. They are like beasts. They burn cancer with great force. So we don't need this machine. What? If a person eats meat, then he must get used to earth if he has cancer. Roots will work, but the cancer will continue to grow. Roots will burn it on one side, but the tumor will grow on another. There can be no sentiments. If a person wants to fight for his life, then he must do it. And if he wants to enjoy, then goodbye his life. The next thing you know about cancer is that it is easier to treat it when there is also chemo. The tumor is immobilized and then roots work better. But it must be a high-quality chemo. The best we know is in Israel. It is expensive, but it is also good. There is little danger that the chemo will kill you, like it happens. Sometimes it is so unqualified that it murders a person. It's dangerous. For example, you do not have cancer and you do not want to have it. The prescription is easy. You must fast once a week or at least a month. A fast. It is hunger. Now I am going to tell you about types of fast. Fast relieves you of many problems. It can really heal you. Yoga also does it, but if there is cancer, fast works better than yoga. Yoga heals your body in general, all chronic diseases. Now, there is manual therapy. It is a very dangerous type of medicine. It can either help you or maim you. If a doctor is qualified, he can put your spine in line. But yoga does it slower and with no risk. Now there is also this type of medicine, osteopathy. Pressure is applied to certain parts of your body. It's a good method, and it does the same thing yoga does, if performed correctly. It releases tension from your body, but yoga has deeper effect. But osteopathy heals chronic diseases because they appear because of blocks in your body. This medicine heals chronic diseases. Now, homeopathy, if it is highly professional, it works exclusively with subtle body. A good doctor can heal a chronic disease, but it happens slowly. It may take a year. And homeopathy is a good medicine if there is something else, if you take another treatment. Homeopathy is a good additional help that does not allow the disease to develop. But sometimes, if the doctor is really good and professional, he can give great help to a person. Ayurveda is a powerful medicine, but it must be done very professionally. A good doctor can pick medicine just by checking your pulse. Ayurveda heals chronic diseases in early stages. It can heal cancer, but the doctor must be a great professional. I have seen no doctors like that in Russia. Nevertheless, there are doctors who can help you with polyarthritis and high blood pressure. These are chronic diseases, but they are not dangerous. Ayurveda is a powerful medicine, and you must study it really seriously. There are a lot of courses on Ayurveda, but it is nothing. A real Ayurvedic doctor is the one who studied it for 6-8 years. It's like higher education. It is a very powerful medicine, but also a very sophisticated one. There is also Tibet medicine when you're given such bowls. It is a very powerful medicine that heals chronic diseases, but again, you must look for a high-qualified doctor. In general, Ayurveda and medicine of Tibet are good. It is best than taking herbs from some old ladies, because there is a serious approach to health, not like these old ladies who just act based on their intuition. If someone tells you that he is a psychic and he can heal anything, he is a cheater, because this medicine, like Reiki, like moving energy with your hands, this energy is needed to give strength to a person to fill him with energy of life. But usually these people cannot heal serious diseases, but they can fool you. For example, you have cancer. This doctor, he waves his hands on you and you feel better. But cancer continues to grow. It's just that your body is filled with energy now and you feel no pain. But it is not that your cancer was healed. And I'm speaking of good doctors that can actually move energy. They can relieve stress, depression and tension. But they are unlikely to heal your high blood pressure. If your cholesterol is high, then just by a surge of energy you cannot be healed. Cleansing medicine is needed, fasting, oil massages, enemas. Do not trust psychics too much. But Reiki and all these psychics, they help to restore your psychological condition. They give you strength to be treated further. They can fill you with energy of life, but at the same time you must not reject herbal medicine, diagnostics. If someone tells you, I see everything, you do not need to be diagnosed. Do not trust him. Go for diagnostics. Only traditional medicine diagnostics is really reliable. Computer diagnostics is cheating. There is a lot of true, but also a lot of untrue. You will be confused. MRI is very powerful. The results are precise. Ultrasound, MRI, lab analysis, like blood work, they tell you exactly what you have. Those traditional classic methods are needed. Infectious diseases hospital is also good. Maternity home is good. It is not bad, it is good. If you want to give birth at home, beware, because there may be dead bodies left behind. It is real. Antibiotics is good, but for a short time, if there are no options. If the infection is really bad and it spreads quickly, you can use antibiotics for a while, but they do not solve the problem really, because the problem is in your body. If you're healthy, you do not get these bad infections. Let's move on. If you have a viral infection, you must put pine branches in every room and change them every 2 weeks, and then you will not have bad flu. But not all viruses can be healed with pine branches. There are options: fir or spruce branches. If you smell conifer and it smells fresh, it will heal your virus. Essential oils can be used, but they are 10 times less effective than fresh branches. Branches, they affect subtle level, but essential oils mostly affect gross level. And if you put branches on your wrist and ankle, it works even better. If you feel hot and your blood pressure is high, you must put branches on your left wrist and ankle. There must be needles on the branches. They work for 24 hours and afterwards they can harm you. Only wear them for 24 hours. They lose their power and they make you worse afterwards. And if you have low blood pressure, your digestion is bad, and you feel cold, then you should put the branches on your right wrist and ankle. Try both ways and see. In your room, put the branches into the water, change the water daily, then the branches will work for 2 weeks. White coral is less effective than pine, but in long-term use, it does not even allow the virus to spread in your body. It increases immunity and has antiviral effect. Polyp is not a virus. It's like a small tumor. They must be healed with roots. In 2 or 3 months we are going to start root treatment. We can heal some easy things even remotely. I'm not going to announce how effective it is, but the results we see make our eyes pop. Myoma and warts are healed with roots also. If white coral was selected badly or it is on the wrong finger, it can harm your immunity and you may have exacerbation. Then you shouldn't wear it. But if everything is correct, then even if you have a viral infection, the disease goes easily. Normally, there is even no disease. I deal with a lot of people all the time, and I cannot remember the last time I was ill with flu seriously. There was just a little bit now, just some sniffles, although the flu is strong, but I had this white coral and goodbye flu. My wife put pine branches in my room so that I was fine. Gemstones must be selected individually, and white coral does not suit everyone. It is only for those with low immunity. Now, acupuncture. It is a powerful medicine that heals chronic diseases, but most acupuncture doctors can treat any disease in its acute stage. So, acute is an alternative for pills. You can avoid pills by acupuncture. Almost any doctor can relieve the acute stage, but acupuncture is really effective for neuritis, nervous system in general, your spine, neuritis, spine and musculoskeletal system, and all acute conditions. You can relieve it with needles. Do you agree with me? Well, high BP is also an acute condition. High blood pressure, heartburn, high temperature, it all can be quickly relieved with needles. Yes, I know. It is prohibited to put needles in acute conditions, but the fact stays the same. Acupuncture takes away the pain quicker than anything. It only takes half an hour. Well, maybe it is not always so, but still really fast. Gerudotherapy is effective if you are experiencing anger, if you feel hot, if you have acne, then lichers can treat you very quickly. It is cleansing medicine. Leeches cleanse your blood, they only suck your ill blood out. You put leechers to yourself? Well, if the leech agrees to... In general, a leech decides itself whether it will take your blood. If it likes your blood and it likes ill blood, then it sucks. Be careful with bees, because there may be allergies, intolerance. I know cases when one bee sting sends a person into an anaphylactic shock and there is immediate death. One boy ran up to me in India. A bee stung him on his head. He ran up to me and he was still okay and he said, "I'm dying, please help me, I'm going to die. You must save me." I said, "Well, you look okay." I started to make jokes and that he started to swell, like in horror movies, right in front of my eyes. His face was swelling. That was an anaphylactic shock. And the result is breath stopped. I found cow dung. It cools the body really quickly and I started to cover his body with it. He stayed alive. It helped. Cow dung is really effective. Fresh cow dung. Not horse manure. Not human, but only cow dung. Dry cow dung is not so effective, but it feels nicer. Let us leave all the questions aside because you dropped me off the topic. Let me say what I want to say. Leave the questions for the end. So let's move on. What kinds of treatment would you like to discuss today? Types of treatment. Gemstones. Gemstones heal with fire energy. They fill subtle body with the energy of fire and give you high tonus. They can burn illnesses if it is not so developed. They do not heal severe cases and late stages. They help when a person lacks strength, when some functions are in disorder like asthma, blood pressure is a bit too high, when the memory is bad, you have no strength to work and to communicate, when you have depression or hysterics, some light psychological disorders, they put your psyche into place. Gemstones help a person work better, develop better. It is easier to live because gemstones stabilize everything. They put life and psyche into place. In ancient cultures, everyone wore gemstones. Men and women. Women need gemstones especially because they are more emotional, and the gemstones calm them down and give them strength of mind. Gemstones are selected individually. I saw many times here in the festival when a person wears a gemstone and it is bad for him, but he is used to it and he still wears them. One woman came to me all covered in gemstones. It was a long time ago. And she said, "Please help me, I'm dying." Do you know how I saved her? I took all the gemstones off her and she came back to life. Gemstones, they show at once what they do by mental condition. If a person is dreary, heavy, then the gemstones are overloading his psyche. They must be replaced then. If a gemstone overloads you, it will not always be like that. Some other gemstone will fit you. You must not be afraid. One woman came to me today and she said, "I'm not going to wear gemstones anymore." You must not be afraid. Just another one is needed. If you come back home and a gemstone overloads you, we will replace it later. Do not lose it. But normally we select a gemstone and the person wears gemstones for years. We have a whole family here like that. Raise your hands, those who have gemstones and it helps you to live. Well, your relatives do not count, okay. There are a few people here. What is treatment in our health center like? You come to our health center, you receive comprehensive treatment. We have yoga, easy yoga. You listen to lectures on healthy lifestyle. In advance, by your picture, we select bark for you. Please send us high-quality pictures, not the one made on your cell phone. It makes our work really difficult. 3 weeks before you come to us, we select bark, spices and herbs, and when you come, there are many things ready. So there are just some finishing details or corrections. Spices, bark and herbs can be selected remotely. There is no need to come. But gemstones are only selected in our health center. There is no remote option. This treatment is really subtle. It is impossible to foresee the effect of gemstone. You must wear it for a day before we see. We expand the services we provide. There is a new building to be open soon. People can come for healthy lifestyle, diet, yoga, meditations, prayers, trainings. People in groups will come, and we would like to make this service available. This is group work and it is cheaper. Many people will be able to receive treatment. I think that we are going to start it next year. It is going to last 5 days or something like that. You can find time for that. So, about fasting. Dry fast with no water is the most dangerous fast. It is meant for spiritual life and spiritual progress. Dry fast is not meant like treatment. It can heal you, but it can also harm you. So from the point of view of treatment, you should not do it. This fast is meant for people with strong body, and it increases spiritual force considerably. You must pray during dry fast. It is the only way. If you feel that you can easily dry fast, then do it. Your own experience is the main criteria of the fast that suits you. Only one. You can only fast for 1 day. If you want to make it 3, 5, 10 days, know that you destroy your health by it. It is better to fast once a week for 1 day than twice a month for 2 days or 3 days once in 3 months. Long fasting increases sensibility of your subtle body. Long fasts are only meant for spiritual practice and should be taken in monasteries where you can control your senses. Because if you overeat after long fasting, you can die. But the biggest problem I noticed of long fasting is psychological disorders. Long fasting makes a person so sensitive that afterwards he cannot go to work, ride on a bus, or be in a city. His psyche cannot take any ignorance. Do you understand it? So long fasting is wrong. The result is bad. It is dangerous. Dry fast or any other fast should last only 1 day. Dry fast can give a lot of healing power to your body. It can burn tumors and things like that. But it is dangerous because dry fast can also cause metabolic disorder. There is some breakdown in your body. Do you understand it? It is best to eat in the evening as you normally do. Then you fast for 1 day, and on the following day you break your fast. And you shouldn't keep night vigil. Night vigils are dangerous. When you stay awake during the night, you pray. It is dangerous. It is meant for monasteries. It ruins your health if you are not a monk. Monks or renounced people, they feel if they had too much and they can take a nap during the day. But if you go to work, you can have a breakdown, and who is going to restore your health? The one who told you to keep night's vigil? No, he's likely to tell you to have another vigil. Women should not fast during period and a few days after. Before, no, it is best to leave 2 or 3 days before and after, and not fast in that time. Because menstruation is also body cleansing, and you cannot have 2 cleansings at once. I do not know all Muslim rules. You should best tell me in Russian what you want. So you do not eat the whole day, and then you eat as much as you want in the evening. It is wrong in general. In our culture, there are things like this also. When there is a spiritual festival, it's fasting till midnight, and then you gorge on food and go to bed. It is best to do like this. You fast all day, then you eat a little raw food or some stewed vegetables, just a little to quench your hunger. But you really break your fast on the following day. You can really eat then. But if you overeat before going to bed, it destroys your health. no matter if it is religious holiday or not, and no priest would advise you gluttony during spiritual fasts. But people do it because it's their nature. First you fast, then you overeat. During pregnancy, a woman can limit her eating, but she must be careful, because the baby dictates his rules. During pregnancy, you also should be careful with treatment. Today we tried to apply gemstones to a pregnant woman and decided against it. Pregnancy is very subtle. You must observe it and be very careful. What is it? Ultrasound. I think so. It is better to do ultrasound than to overlook some problem. Just do not do ultrasound on early stages out of curiosity to know if it is a boy or a girl. If you feel something is wrong, toxemia or weakness, there is some danger and you can make an ultrasound. Ultrasound is not so harmful as people say now. It is not so dangerous. It will not cause some dramatic problems, but if you overlook some problem, that is really dangerous. What for? To know that you're pregnant. Don't worry, you will know soon. I guarantee it. Raise your hands, those who carried their child and didn't know they were pregnant. Time will come and you will know. I advise against early pregnancy ultrasounds. Even if they can tell you if your baby has a Down syndrome, it is not 100% guarantee. And after your fetus was removed, there is still a chance that your baby was normal. There may be some problems in early life, but it will all level off. If your baby has no cerebral cortex, that is different. Well, okay, let us not go into these scary things. Just know, if your nadis are clear, your baby is unlikely to have problems with development. They happen if your mother's body is unclean. So you should better come to our health center, have good treatment, and then conceive a child. Or you do yoga, you fast. Let me go on about fasting, because you distract me. When people talk about food, health, conception, people get angry. Yesterday after the lecture, I was almost carried away by people. So sit still and listen to me. This is the way I have to speak to you now. So, dry fasting, I do not recommend it. If you tried it and it suits you, you may go on with it. It is powerful and it cleans your subtle body. But it is better to water fasting. You drink as much as you want, and you should break your fast with light products like bananas, apples, avocado, coconut, dates, spinach. What else would you like to know? figs, not so good. Out of vegetables, cucumbers are light. Cucumbers and spinach, marrows are quite light. The lightest food is spinach, dates, avocados, coconut, bananas, and apples. They are the lightest, plus cucumbers. Then the next group, they are a bit harder to digest. These are marrows, pumpkin, cabbage. It is more heavy. So you should break your fast with food that feels nice to you. All the preparations must be very simple. Some salad or just you choose something. Or you can make juices. If you don't eat apples, you can use a blender and turn an apple into puree. Purees of apples, spinach or avocados, they have softer effect. Now heavy food that is not meant for breaking your fast. You cannot do it with grains. Water fasting, what does it do? It purifies your subtle body, your nadis, it makes you younger, it prolongs your life. In general, water fasting gives you all the benefits you receive from other kinds of fasting, but in a small degree. Other kinds of fasting are focused, they give you some precise effect strongly. But water fasting, it increases your immunity, it calms you down, it releases psychic stress, it heals your pure body. But in order to heal your pure body with fasting, you must fast once a week for a year. Then the effect will be strong. If when water fasting you get bad smell from your mouth, if something uncomfortable happens to your body, this fasting does not suit you. You may drink as much as you want. You can eat something, but that is not water fasting anymore. No matter what fasting you do, if you get bad smell from your mouth, the fasting does not suit you. Fasting must not make you worried, like you must not be anxious or get some bad smell. Your bowels are not turned inside out. No special effects during fasting. If something like that happens, then this fasting does not suit you. Like if you have bad meteorism, this fasting does not suit you. Regularity once in 2 weeks is quite enough for a healthy person. If you have diseases, then once a week. I do it like this. I fast every day till noon on water. Always. It is not purified completely. You must add yoga. If you also do yoga, then in a year you will be fine. The difference between subtle and gross body. Is there any? What is weaker? Subtle body controls gross body. It is stronger. It happens if a person gets tired quickly, then his subtle body is weakened. Then he needs fasting, he needs to heal his subtle body if it is weak. Let's move on. You are hindering me and not helping. You underestimate my mental abilities. Let's move on. The next fasting is on raw vegetables. There are edible roots. Fasting on edible roots is meant to strengthen your immunity. It can really burn some diseases like polyps, some light growths in your body. If you only eat edible roots, they must be raw, because boiled roots, they do not have this effect. You can drink juices made of carrot, beetroot, radish, edible roots. And you spend the whole day like this. It increases your immunity and starts to burn cysts and things like that. It's anti-cancer program. Yes, they must be raw. No, potatoes do not work. Tubers are not meant for fasting of this kind. Check by the taste. If you do not like the taste of the edible root, you don't use it. Eat what you like. Juices are better, because edible roots are quite difficult to digest when fasting. If you make juices and add water into them, then it is great. You only eat edible roots, no sugar, no salt. You can sweeten with edible roots as well. Carrot and beetroot are sweet. Celery root is very strong. You can use it or parsnip root, but you must mix them with radish, different types of radishes, like small and black radishes. It's great to add carrot and you put it all into blender to mix. You cannot eat just root of celery and parsnip, it is too strong. But edible roots, they burn oncology in your body. Jerusalem artichoke is dangerous. It decreases your sugar level. You may even faint because of it. It is medicine and not just food. The same as parsley root. And ginger is a spice. You will go crazy if you only eat ginger all day. You may add a little bit of parsley root and Jerusalem artichoke and it will be fine. They must be fresh. You can even add turmeric root as a spice. You bought vegetables in a shop. It is fine. Do you have any options? No? Then you eat what you bought in a shop. If your liver acts out, you should not fast. You must be intelligent when picking your way of fasting. For example, you picked one fast. You select the food products you like and you eat easily. You start fasting, you feel bad, and you stop fasting then. If something goes wrong, you just finish your fasting. Now, vegetables growing above the ground, like marrows. I'm talking of vegetables that are like fruits,
почти тыква, патиссоны,
marrows,
плодовые
custard
овощи над
marrows,
землей, которые лежат на
pumpkins.
земле.
They lie on the
Пост на
ground.
этих овощах лечит
Passing on
гормональные
these
функции,
vegetables
особенно у женщин,
cure
очищает
women's hormonal functions,
органы женские,
purify
восстанавливает
women's
цикл. У
organs,
мужчин дает
regulate
спокойствие,
periods.
нервную систему лечит.
For
Ну,
both
всех
men and
лечит
women,
нервную систему,
this
спокойствие
fasting
дает.
gives calmness and
гормональные
heals
функции.
nervous system.
Энергетику восстанавливает. Если слабость,
It restores
постоянная
energy.
вялость,
If you are
пост на
constantly
овощах
weak,
над землей,
then
убирает
you must
слабость, вялость,
fast on these
дает
vegetables.
работоспособность
You
хорошую.
will be able to
Но
work
опять же, мы
better.
не варим. Если мы варим,
But
это
we
уже
do
не
not
пост на
boil
овощах.
these
Мы
vegetables.
едим сырые
It is fasting no
и
more.
соки делаем
You eat them raw and you
из кабачка,
make fresh
патиссона,
juices
тыквы.
from marrow, custard marrow, and
Огурцы
pumpkin.
относятся к этой категории.
Cucumbers
Баклажаны
are
лучше не
also
использовать.
included. Eggplants are not good for this.
А?
Tomatoes.
Помидоры, это вот все
All
посленовые,
solanaceous
картошка,
products like
помидоры,
potatoes, tomatoes,
баклажаны и перец
eggplants,
болгарский,
and
они
sweet
поститься
pepper
нельзя.
are not
Эти
meant
продукты,
for
они
fasting
на
because
грани,
they are on the
ну,
border
как бы на грани
of
стоят,
being
полезные и вредные, на
harmful.
грани.
They
Вот,
are
например, баклажаны
between
хорошо для
helpful and
онкологии.
harmful. Eggplants are good for those who
Даже
have
если у
cancer.
человека рак, и там
Even if a
развит, и
person
ему
has
нельзя ничего
cancer,
уже, что над землей
he
растет,
cannot eat
кроме
anything
листьев и корней,
that
ему нельзя.
grows above the
Баклажаны
ground,
можно, и
but
грейпфрут можно.
lives in
Эти два
storms,
продукта, баклажаны и
and
грейпфрут,
eggplant
они
and
антионкологические. То
grapefruit.
есть их можно есть всем,
Eggplant
в
and
принципе, у кого
grapefruit
онкология.
are anti-cancerous.
Но поститься на
But
грейпфруте не
you
надо,
cannot
и на
fast
баклажанах,
eating
и на
grapefruits and
картошке,
eggplants,
и на помидорах.
as well as potatoes, tomatoes,
Понятно, да? И на перце болгарском
and
тоже
sweet
не надо
pepper.
поститься. Это уже опасно.
It is
Это
dangerous.
уже сильные продукты.
These products are very strong.
В целом,
In
я вам
general,
никому не рекомендую помидоры
I recommend no one
есть
to
в виде
eat
томатной пасты
tomato
вообще.
paste.
Это яд.
It
Томатная
is
паста
poison.
это яд. Запишите себе. Ее нельзя
Write it
добавлять в
down.
пищу вообще.
Tomato
Никому
paste
никогда.
is a poison.
Ничего хорошего
It
от неё
must not be
не
eaten.
происходит. Вот.
It will be no
Помидоры
good.
надо есть в салатах.
You may eat tomatoes in salads,
И
fresh.
также не советую
And
добавлять
also,
помидоры ни в суп, и
I
не
do not
жарить с ними
recommend
ничего.
to put
Просто в
tomatoes
салатах
into
как бы
soup
добавлять.
or
Если
fry
сильно
it.
хочется, можете
If you
добавить
really
в
want
суп. Но
tomatoes,
жарить на них с
you
ними
can eat
ничего не
them
надо
boiled,
вообще.
but do not
Если у вас
fry
хоть
them
немножко изжога,
and eat them
гастрит
fried.
есть, то
If
до
you
свидания,
have
будь
heartburn
здоровы.
or
Эти помидоры будут
gastritis,
вам здоровья. И
tomatoes
также
will
я
ruin
вам
your
не
health.
советую есть вообще никому
I
красный
also
перец.
recommend against eating
Острый,
hot
да,
pepper.
имеется в виду. А болгарский красный
Sweet
можно.
pepper is okay.
За редким исключением, если человек
There are rare
прямо
exceptions.
чувствует, ему очень нравится, только в
If a
очень маленьких
person
дозах.
likes hot
Очень
pepper
маленьких
very
дозах.
much, he
Если
can
вам
eat
хочется
just
острого,
a little
ешьте
bit.
черный
If you
перец.
want something
Никому не
spicy,
практически не вредит,
eat
кроме тех, у кого
black
больная
pepper.
печень.
It is good for
Если черная
everyone
печень,
except
перец
for those
больная,
with
печень
sick
больная,
liver.
ешьте мускатный орех.
If your
Тоже
liver
острый
is
вкус
bad,
дает.
eat nutmeg.
Кориандр
It is
тоже дает
also
острый вкус,
spicy,
можно есть.
as well as
Не
coriander,
надо красный перец увлекаться
but
красным
not
перцем,
red
это засада.
pepper.
Он разрушает
It
кишечник,
destroys
поджелудочную
intestines
железу. В
and
Индии из-за того, что
pancreas.
все люди жрут
In
чили, у
India,
них там
everyone
просто
eats hot pepper, and
эпидемии
because of
диабета
it,
идут. У них там
they
каждый
all
третий
have
диабетом
diabetes.
болеет после
Every
40.
third person
Из-за
has
чили.
diabetes
Одна только
after
причина
40.
из-за этого красного
For the
перца,
one
ничего
reason,
нет.
chili, hot pepper.
Они не знают, да, об этом.
They do not
Вы
know
можете им
this.
об этом рассказать.
You may tell them.
Что? Что хотят? Если человек
If a
хочет есть чили,
person
это не
wants
значит, что это ему
to
полезно.
eat chili, it does not mean that it is
Я
good
не
for
слышу вас,
him.
подойдите, спросите, или
I
микрофон
can
принесите,
barely
я
hear
не могу
you.
с вами
Get a
разговаривать.
microphone or please come up here.
Зеленый легче, чем
Red
красный,
pepper is
но все равно опасно.
less dangerous than hot pepper. If you eat a little bit
Да,
chili in
кишечник
India,
вреден.
is it bad?
Вот вам
Yes,
вредно
it
есть в
is.
России
It is bad for
чили.
intestines.
А если вы в
It
Индии
is bad for you
едите,
to
тем более
eat
вам вредно
chili
его
in
есть.
Russia, and even worse in India. And if an Indian eats chili, he can do it. Indians, they have 5 times more fire in their blood than us. To them, green pepper is like grass. They feel no taste of it. And when we eat it, we start to boil. They have 5 times more sun in their body than Europeans do. They also must eat less pepper, and Ayurveda recommends green pepper, not hot. But in general, there is no comparison. The farther south the person lives, the more spicy the food is. If you live in Siberia or in the north, forget about hot spices. Here in Krasnodar Krai, you can eat a little bit of it. After 4 years, I want a little bit of green pepper in my food, just a bit. I barely feel its taste. If you want spicy, have ginger. Horseradish and mustard, they are also spicy. Listen to me attentively. Horseradish is not food. It is a bad word. Horseradish, onion and garlic are not meant for food. Garlic makes you angry. It is ignorant. Onion makes you lusty. And horseradish makes you insolent. If you are to make and you work at a market, you sell something, then you must eat horseradish, and you will be so insolent and you will push your goods. Mustard is a good product. Yellow mustard treats viral infections almost in all cases. There are a few products like that. Yellow mustard, black pepper. If you have viral hepatitis and you eat a lot of black pepper, yellow mustard and coriander, then the virus will be weaker. For example, you have viral hepatitis, you can wear white corals. These gemstones, they can really treat this virus. It is not fasting then. You just eat and that is it. Do not make things up. If you have mixed fasting, you eat grains and fruits. And this is fasting. No, this is just eating. Otherwise, it appears that I have been fasting my whole life. Let's go on. If a woman has hormonal functions disorder, her periods are irregular, then she should fast on vegetables growing above the ground. Marrow, pumpkin, custard marrow, no eggplants. Next, if you have metabolic disorder, especially lipometabolic disorder, you can fast on cabbage, different types of cabbage. You eat them raw, you make juices, and it improves your lipometabolism. And it also is good for your appetite. When you eat raw cabbage, your appetite and digestion get better. Your digestive fire is increased. For example, you do not want to eat all the time. Then you can fast on cabbage. Just the same, you put them into blender, you add some water, and you eat it. Make it nice, tasty, and eat it once a week. No, you should not use spices when fasting. It is not fasting if you have spices. Let's move on. Leaves. Leaves is unique fasting meant to improve coordination of all functions of your body. When you have arrhythmia or your bile ducts do not work properly, or you have blocks here and there, your blood pressure goes up and down, then fasting on leaves is very powerful. It will normalize all functions of your body and will harmonize you with the environment. The lightest fast is fasting on lettuce and spinach. Eating parsley is a bit rougher, but in general you can mix all kinds of leaves and make combination that you like, that is tasty for you. Again, you put them all into blender and drink them afterwards. Smoothies are easier to digest and you can mix them with water in concentration that your body can take easily. You can make experiments and add spices like basil, oregano. If you fast on leaves, you can add leaves spices. Just like with roots, you can add root spices. Leaves fasting will make your digestion better, it improves metabolism of different types, it improves different functions, it heals joints and spine. It has a very soft effect on your body and very good. Just like water fasting, leaves fasting is very soft and it suits many people. And like water fasting, it does not have exact purpose. It has wide range effect. Spinach leaves are the most harmless. And if you eat it during fast, it is really light. Besides that, you should know that there are two plants that were undeservedly forgotten. These are goose food and pigweed or amaranth. These are two weeds that are widely spread across Russia. These weeds, if you have a garden and you pluck these weeds out, you did wrong. Because goose food, you just take its leaves, you make a smoothie, you drink it raw, and it tastes just like spinach. You can fry these leaves. It tastes wonderful. In India, it is called shak. It's a wonderful preparation. You fry it till it becomes soft. You put some spices. It is really healthy and tasty. This is really light diet food. And amaranth. You all saw this weed. It has many seeds. It's a long stem. The plant is small. It is a very tough plant. It has many seeds coming to all sides, and the leaves are very strong. It is an ordinary weed. You take its leaves and eat them raw. They taste good. And if you fry them or you make juice, it is great. Amaranth and goose feed, they guarantee that you are not going to die of hunger. You can store these plants, dry them. There is 30% of protein in it. I can tell you, my mother-in-law, she knows that she plucked it all out, but the whole summer my kitchen garden was covered in goose feed. My neighbors thought that was hemp, and that I was a junkie, because I'm so happy all the time. From afar, goose foot looks like hemp, and my neighbors saw me plucking leaves every day and going home and coming out happy afterwards. All summer, about 30% of my diet were these leaves. Leaves make you younger and heal many diseases. There is this variety of plant. It has big leaves. I bought them now. I'm going to plant it and continue to eat these leaves. There is no need to water these weeds. It grows on its own. You just pick it and eat it. You can save a lot of money. And in Russia, hard times are coming. Well, not famine, but hard life. You must get used to nature. Fill your garden with weeds. No one will take it from you. You can eat amaranth, and you are going to be full. There is no need to take care of these weeds. This is super diet. You have doubt in your eyes. If you tried it just once, you would have known how tasty it is. No, dandelion is a different thing. Dandelion is for tough vegetarians who are ready to eat anything that grows in Russia. I'm speaking of tasty food. These are delicates. Amaranth and goose food are very tasty. If you stew them with spices, it is delicious and you never get used to it. I ate it the whole summer. It is very healthy and tasty, and it grows everywhere. You can make pies with it. Eating nettle leaves is rough. You can make a soup once. It is a powerful thing. And no more questions. There are just 2 plants I named that can be eaten easily. The rest is extreme. But you can add these leaves when you fast on leaves. And this fasting is very spread, and it is rejuvenating method, and it improves your health in general. The next kind of fasting is fruits fasting that are not citrus and not sour. These are apples, pears. What else is there? Bananas, dates. Mango is dangerous. It's a dangerous fruit. Yes, apricots and peaches are good. Fruits must not be sour or citrus. Fruit fasting is meant to increase your psychic activity. It stimulates you. If you have exams, if you have no strength to study, if you feel sad and pessimistic, you do not want to wish happiness to anyone, you lack will force, life force, you cannot make decisions. Fruit fasting gives you happiness, it blows your mind, you become active. Do you understand it? Mango is a fruit that has great firepower. It overheats you. In general, if you eat one mango, it is okay. But if you fast on mangoes, you can be covered in blisters afterwards. It has a lot of fire. It doesn't seem like that, but really, it is very strong and it heats your body. It is good for cold people who feel cold all the time. It gives you fire. Mushrooms is not food. It is poison. All mushrooms have one quality. They suppress your immunity. If you eat champignons, from the point of view of nutrition, it is great. But the way it affects your body, you do not know. It has subtle poisonous effect on your body. Mushrooms are aggressors. They suppress your immune system. Champignon itself does not much, but then you may get infections after you ate champignons. One mushroom helps another. I do not eat mushrooms and I do not recommend it. You may be poisoned even by a normal mushroom. My friend's mother works at a sanitary and epidemiology institution in Krasnodar. There are a lot of cases when people collect edible mushrooms and they get poisoned. Whole families die. They just fry mushrooms and die. That is a lottery, and you risk your life by eating mushrooms. It is unhealthy food. Didn't you have enough food here on the festival? Was it enough? There were no mushrooms there. Were you filled? Was there onion or garlic or coffee or horseradish? There were no. But you were full. So quit eating some bad stuff. We are not pigs. You can interchange different kinds of fasting. In general, salt and sugar are good, but there are people who are intolerable to some sort of them. There are 3 constitutions of people and 3 types of sugar. There are red beet sugar, cane sugar, and palm sugar. And you should know which type suits you. The same with salt. There is sea salt, there is black salt, and white salt. They suit different constitutions of people, and you should know which is yours. It is nonsense. Sodium chloride is not always harmful. You can die of water. Do you know about that? You can get poisoned. You drink too much and you die. Congratulations. I'm going to tell you this. There are 5 tastes, and you will know what to do about it. Sweet taste is in the mode of goodness. It is meant to optimize you and make you happy. You should eat sweet food in the morning. If a person eats sweets in the evening, he destroys his health. There are 2 kinds of sweet taste. One make your energy go up and another one down. The second one can be only eaten in the morning. It is sugar and everything containing it. And the sweet taste that make your energy go up, like honey and dates, they can be eaten in the evening to neutralize the effects of milk. And also bananas, they can be eaten with milk in the evening. This food does not destroy your health if you don't eat it too much. You can even eat it in the evening. All sweets are meant for morning. It wouldn't harm your health, and especially it is good for women. Sweet taste improves hormonal functions of women. Women must eat sweet food, otherwise they will be dull, wrinkled, and ill. Did you understand this? The next taste is astringent. This taste is meant to increase tonus of your body. It stimulates you. It makes you capable to work. Astringent taste is acceptable in the morning, a little bit, and it is good for noontime. It is never good in the evening. You must not eat brown bread and mustard in the evening. Astringent taste will not let you fall asleep. You must not eat astringent beers in the evening. They will stimulate you, as well as unripe bananas and persimmon. Well, it is not great to put turmeric in milk. Fennel is good. Nutmeg is good in the evening. Saffron stimulates greatly. It is bad in the evening. You can use cardamom, it calms you down. Fennel, nutmeg. If a person cannot digest milk, he has a lot of mucus because of it, then turmeric is good. This is the only case you can add turmeric to digest milk. If you do not sleep well and you add turmeric into your milk, it will not make you sleep better, although hot milk is the best sleeper you can get. It acts very softly. It calms you down really well, and so you can sleep well. It is not hormonal treatment, it's physiological. So, fruits, they tone you up. Remember that. They give you optimism, they treat depression. When a person does not want to get up early in the morning, he must activate his body and use this fasting. Now, citrus fasting is extremely rare. It is only meant for treating very cold and weak digestion, when nothing can be digested and there is no appetite at all. You can try just to drink orange juice, grapefruit juice, lemon juice mixed with water. It stimulates digestion very greatly. It is the only reason you can do it, and in no other cases. Fasting on sour fruits like plums, sour apples is meant to purify your body. This kind of fasting restores metabolism and releases salt from your body. You can get rid of excessive salt, and also salt can be released by fasting on sour berries. But berries relax you and fruits stimulate you. If you are too tense and you have salts in your joints and spine, then you can fast on sour berries. If you are lazy, relaxed, depressed, then you can fast on sour apples and plums. And if you're tense, eat cranberries, foxberries, red currant, sour berries. It will release tension and salts and will lower your blood pressure. This is what sour products do.
Гипертоникам на фруктах, на кислых не
If
надо
you have
поститься.
high blood
Они
pressure,
тонизируют.
do not use
Гипотоникам
fruit
хорошо.
fasting. It is only good for
Система
those
ясна?
with low blood
Итак,
pressure.
кислые ягоды предназначены
So,
для вымывания солей в организме и в
Sour
целом
berries,
улучшения обмена
they wash
веществ.
out
На
salts
кислых
from
ягодах
your
хорошо поститься
body,
летом.
they
И
improve
люди,
your
естественно, едят одни
metabolism,
ягоды летом
and
часто для того,
naturally
чтобы
at summer
как-то вот
people
очищается организм,
eat a lot
особенно
of
на даче, на
berries
свежем
and
воздухе, много
cleanse their
солнца.
body. In the
Кушайте одни
countryside,
ягоды
in the
и
sun,
работайте на даче. Это
you can eat
мощное
berries
лечение,
and
в целом
work in the
лечение землей,
garden.
лечение
It is
солнцем,
great,
пост на
it
ягодах
is treatment.
и труд лечит человека, омолаживает,
Labor
лечит человека
also
труд на природе.
rejuvenates you and makes you healthier if you work in the fresh air.
Я вам скажу попозже.
I'm going to tell about it later.
Дальше,
Now,
следующий пост
the next
на
kind of fasting
сладких
is
ягодах.
on sweet
Пост на
berries.
сладких ягодах предназначен для
It
лечения
is meant
гормональных
to
функций. Если у вас
treat
гормоны
hormonal
какие-то страдают,
functions.
то гормональные функции
If you have
лечатся
some
сладкими
disorders,
ягодами.
you
Особенно
can
женщинам хорошо
treat
лечиться
them with
по-женски.
sweet
Для
berries.
улучшения
Especially it is
гормональных
good
функций
for
на сладких
women.
ягодах поститься. К ним относятся также
Figs
инжир,
included also,
инжир,
figs and
малина,
raspberries.
ягода малина, нас с тобой манила.
Raspberries were so
С
tempting.
детства
I remember it since childhood.
Гормональные функции повышает.
It improves hormonal functions.
Пост на зернах есть, допустим,
Fasting on grains
на мундале
like
постятся.
mung
Этот
dal
пост предназначен для
is meant
восстановления
to
сил после операционного
restore
периода.
strength
Когда у человека
after
организм в целом
surgery.
нормальный, достаточно
If
крепкий,
the
нет сил
body
после
is
операции, то человек
okay
ест
in
кашку из
general,
мундала,
but you had a
разбавленную с
surgery, you
водичкой, или овес,
you
второй
can
вариант,
eat
пост на
boiled
все.
mung dal
все.
or fast on oats.
Восстанавливает
It
силы,
restores
набирает
your
силу
strength.
человек, у него
You have
появляется сила
strength
жизни,
to live.
жизненные силы повышает. То есть просто один мундал едим и все.
You just eat
Хорошо
mung dal
поститься на
and
тех
that is
зернах,
all.
которые
It is good
легко
to
перевариваются. К легко
pick
перевариваемым
grains that you
зернам
can
относятся
easily digest.
овес и мундал.
Oats and mung dal are the ones that are easiest to digest.
Горошек такой.
Mung
Маш
dal
это
are
то же
green
самое, да.
peas.
Маш, мундал,
Mash is
это
the same. It's the same as mash.
Всегда, когда вы поститесь на зерне,
If you
зерна
fast
должны быть
on grains,
очень вываренные
grains
зерна.
must be
Это
boiled
практически
for
чуть
a
ли не
long
кисель. То
time.
есть это зерна должны быть очень
There
хорошо
must be
сваренные. И
like a mass
пить их надо,
of
эту
them.
кашку не есть, а пить. Ее
It
надо
should
в
be
жидком виде
drinkable.
употреблять. И обязательно надо подсаливать чуть-чуть.
And you must
А мы
put
про
a little
вкусы говорили,
salt.
да? Перешли на посты. Значит,
Oh, we
следующий
didn't
вкус
finish
после
with the taste.
терпкого идет кислый
After
вкус.
astringent, there is sour
Кислый вкус
taste.
расслабляет, снимает
Sour
напряжение,
taste
снимает
is
обиду, устав,
relaxing. It
тонизирует, улучшает
takes
пищеварение,
away
но при
resentment,
этом расслабляет.
tones
То есть
your
он снимает
digestion,
обиду,
but in general,
эмоциональность
you get
повышенную,
relaxed. You are less emotional because
также
of it.
охлаждает. Он
It cools you
внутри
down.
нагревает, кислый вкус снаружи
It
охлаждает.
hits
Поэтому
you
хорошо
up on the
летом кислый
inside,
вкус.
but
Помогает
in general
пищеварению.
you become cooler, so it is great at summer. It helps your
Кислый
digestion.
вкус надо есть чуть-чуть утром,
Sour taste is
совсем нельзя
allowable in the
вечером
morning,
и
a little bit,
много днем.
no
Кислого
at all
вкуса можно
in
много
the
днем
evening,
есть.
but a lot
Кислый
at
вкус
noon.
увеличивается летом, уменьшается
Sour taste
зимой.
must be in your diet in summer, and there must be less at winter.
Естественно, летом есть кислое. Оно
It is
снимает
natural
лишнее
to
солнце в
eat
организме.
sour
А
in
зимой
summer.
кислое есть
It
много
cools you
опасно.
down.
Можно
And at
есть
winter
квашеное,
it is dangerous.
квашеное это не то, это не кислое, это не то.
Fermented products like
Там есть
sauerkraut,
горького вкуса в
it is
квашеном.
not really
Уксус
sour.
там, да, это горький уже.
There is bitter in it because of
Это
vinegar.
уже не то, это зимой нормально.
It is
да.
different. It is
Там
good
он
for
разжигает
winter.
пищеварение, там много
It
специй, там,
fires
понимаете,
up your
квашеный вкус это
digestion.
смесь кислого и острого.
fermented means sour and bitter, and purely sour are berries, lemon. So,
Значит,
Sweet taste is goodness.
Сладкий вкус — это благость.
Astringent
Терпкий
is
вкус — это смесь благости и страсти.
mixture of passion and
как бы чистая страсть.
goodness, and sour taste is pure
Для тех, кто
passion.
много работает, кислый вкус
Those
полезен.
who work a lot,
Терпкий
they
вкус
must
полезен для тех, кто много
have
терпкий
sour
вкус
and
тонизирует,
astringent food.
а кислый расслабляет.
The first one
Понятно,
relaxes
да?
you, and the second one tones you up.
Теперь соленый вкус — это уже страсть с невежеством.
Salty
Страсть с невежеством.
Taste
Соленый
is
вкус
mixture
увеличивает
of passion
концентрацию
and
внимания.
ignorance.
Если ваша работа
It
связана с
increases your
концентрацией
focus.
внимания, вам
If your
придется есть
work
соленый
requires
фрукт, потому что
focus, you
энергия
must
именно
eat
соленого
salty
вкуса
food
расходуется.
because
Если вы
you
не будете соленый
spend a
вкус
lot
есть,
of
у вас
it.
будет рассеянное внимание,
If you
вы не
don't eat
сможете
salty
работать.
food, you will be
Соленый вкус надо
unfocused.
есть только днем. И
Salty
все эти
food is only
вредно-соленый,
meant for
вредно-соленый, все это означает
noontime.
только одно, что люди его
And
едят
all
или
these
на
talks
ночь, или
that
с
salt
утра.
is harmful, it means that you
Если
eat
вы на
it
ночь
in the
кушаете
morning
соленый, будет
or in the
гипертоническая болезнь.
evening.
Если днем
If
кушаете
you
соленый,
eat it
ничего
in the
плохого не
evening,
будет.
you
Солить
get high
столько,
blood
сколько
pressure,
хочется.
but at
Не
noon you
надо есть
can
пресную
salt your
пищу, у вас
food.
снизится концентрация внимания.
Do not
Но на
eat
ночь и
insipid
утром
food,
не
you will
надо
lose
есть
your
соленый
focus,
фрукт.
but do
Вообще не
not
надо есть.
eat it in the morning and
Вот и
evening
все.
at
Вот и
all.
ваш ответ на ваш вопрос.
That is it. That is the answer to your question, and you must pick salt that suits you, the one that you like.
Белая соль, кому-то не
White
подходит,
salt does
черная,
not fit
например,
some
подходит,
people.
или черная.
For
Кому-то она
example,
тухло
black
меняется и
salt
пахнет. А мне
suits
нормально.
me,
Кому-то каменная белая
and
соль
some
нравится,
people
кому-то морская
prefer
соль
sea
нравится.
salt.
Вот и все.
This is it.
На вашем лице появилась радость, видишь?
I see
Если
happiness on your
ограничивали
face.
соли лишнего, теперь будете
You
кушать, да?
limited your
Слава
salt
Богу.
consumption, and now you're going to eat it. Thank God.
Все эти вот бессолевые
All this
сахар нельзя,
talks,
кислое нельзя.
no
Это
salt,
всё
no
бред.
sour. It is all crazy.
Вот разные виды бреда. Сахар нельзя, все, без сахара.
This is
Я
all
помню,
nonsense.
в «Молоко
I
плюс» там была
remember
передача,
there was a
женщина такая,
TV show,
смотрю,
and
бледная
a woman
вся
came.
такая,
She was so pale.
из этого бледнолицей. там,
She was extremely
ковбой,
pale.
бледная вся.
And I knew at once she did not eat sugar, and she started to talk. Sugar is so bad, and I thought, you should eat a little, you fool. You're going to have no more menstruation if you don't.
Это бредовики-затейники. Придумывают
Those
себе
are
вот эти все
people
идеи,
talking
бредовые
nonsense.
идеи. Яблочный
People get
уксус
these
только пьем,
ideas.
всё, только
I should
коралловый
only
уксус
eat
лечит,
apple
только яблочный
vinegar,
уксус, всё,
only
пьем
white
мочу,
corals.
там не едим
We drink
сахара,
urine,
всё.
we eat no
Соли не едим,
sugar,
всё, это
no salt.
бредовики-затейники. Услышали,
Those
вот
are
нельзя,
crazy
что-то совсем
people.
нельзя, или что только одно
If
надо
you hear
есть,
you
что
should
хочется.
exclude something
Бредовики-затейники.
completely and
Поняли, да,
eat some
систему?
other thing, it is wrong.
Это для фанатиков предназначено.
It is meant for fanatic people.
Теперь двигаемся дальше.
Let's
вперед.
move on.
Горький вкус,
Bitter taste,
острый вкус,
pungent
увеличивает чувственную
taste.
деятельность.
They
Есть люди, знаете,
increase
такие вот,
senses
совсем
activity.
холодные такие, знаете,
There
вот
are people
отшибленные.
who are
Им
very
надо
cold.
острое есть обязательно.
They must
Острый
eat
вкус.
spicy food.
Острый вкус также нужен тем, кто живет на
And
юге.
the
Чем
farther
южнее, тем
south
больше
you
острого
live,
вкуса, он
the
нейтрализует
more
энергию солнца.
spicy
Если
food you
человек
must
живет на
have.
юге,
It
острого не ест,
neutralizes
есть вероятность, что у него не
energy of
будет
sun.
ничего перевариваться. Чем
Otherwise,
южнее, тем больше
nothing
острова.
will
Чем
be
севернее, тем
digested.
меньше остров. Но в целом острый вкус,
In
он
general,
увеличивает
pungent
человеке
taste
темпераментность.
makes you
Вот
more
артистам надо обязательно
spirited.
острый вкус,
Actors
чтобы они
need it
передавали
surely to
темпераментом
express
свою идею.
emotions.
Но если у вас слишком много
But
темперамента,
if
вы
you
еще и
have
жрете
too much
острое,
temper and you
это
eat
значит, что
spicy
будет
food,
плохо.
you will end
Острый вкус,
badly
он убивает
because
поджелудочную железу и
pungent
кишечник
taste,
излишний.
if it's too much, it ruins pancreas and
И печень еще
intestines,
заодно потом.
and also liver
Все
later.
органы пищеварения.
All digestive system.
Острый вкус
You must be more
это тот вкус,
careful
которым надо
with
осторожнее
pungent
всего
taste
обращаться.
than with other
Опасный
tastes.
вкус.
It is a dangerous
Но он нужен
one,
организму.
but
Он
your
помогает
body needs it.
активно
It
жить. Когда
helps
человек
you to
слушает
live
темперамент,
actively.
активно там общаться с
When a
людьми,
person must
особенно
associate
когда ему
with
беседовать с
people,
людьми надо, ему нужен
and
острый
when
вкус.
he needs to talk to people a lot, he must have
Дальше
pungent
горький
taste.
вкус находится в невежестве. У острого
It
вкуса
is
смесь
a mixture
невежества со
of modes
страстью.
of
А горький
ignorance
вкус
and
находится в
passion.
чистом невежестве.
Bitter
И он
taste is
предназначен
pure
только для
ignorance,
лечения.
and it is only meant for
Для
treatment.
питания он тоже нужен, но в небольших
You
количествах. И
need a
горький
little
вкус
bit of
хорошо
it
есть, когда
in
вот
your
переход
food.
идет от
Bitter taste is good when
лета к осени.
summer
Он
turns
нужен для того,
into
чтобы
autumn.
успокоиться.
It is needed to calm you down. Autumn is calm and you want something bitter. It has curing effect. Bitter herbs and medicines treat you. Bitter taste stimulate your immunity, they increase protective mechanism of your body, but they also ruin your mood. Food is primarily meant for your subtle body. Why do we want to eat every 4-6 hours? Because your mind is tired, and food feeds your mind, your psyche. And bitter taste does not feed your mind. It makes you depressive. So ignorant people mostly like bitter taste. Vodka, coffee and cigarettes are all bitter. And ignorant people, that is their diet. Vodka and some fish, salty taste. That is for ignorant people. They eat sauerkraut and beer. And that is ignorant life. Have more sweet taste and less bitter. Milk and bread, sweet spices, they are all sweet. These are products in the mode of goodness. Also honey. Food products that are just sweet are in the mode of goodness. Other products are mixed. Milk is in the mode of goodness. But UHT processed milk is worse. But if there is no other, drink this milk. At noontime there must be all 6 tastes. In the evening insipid and a bit sweetish. In the morning, sweet taste must dominate. Astringent and sour taste are complementary in the morning, but there must be no salty, pungent and bitter taste in the morning. Mustard is bitter. You need it to increase immunity. So in spring and autumn you must have some mustard. Wasabi? I do not know what that is. It's Japanese? Well, okay, let me try it sometime. Leek is the same as onions. It is in the mode of ignorance and a bit passion. It increases your sexual desire. In general, onion, garlic and horseradish, Avicenna used them for treatment, and he treated sexual disorders with these products. People started just to eat them. These products are meant for treatment. If there are some problems with conception, with sexual functions, these products may help you, but they ruin your character, your personal qualities. Your energy goes down. You can do everything, but leek spoils your character, but you can eat it. And ginger does not do it. It's okay, ginger is good. Oh, we're running out of time. Yeast? What is yeast? Just smell it and you will know. Smell it and compare it. Smell yeast and go about your apartment and find the place that smells the same. And you will know what yeast is. It is just sh, and you put it into bread, the most goodness product. Did you eat bread here? There was no yeast in it. Was it tasty? Then why do you need yeast? Learn to live right. Make your brain work and eat good food. Now, if you fast on Sunday, it increases your immunity, your power in life, your glory, your willpower, your position in life. Man can get inner force. Sunday fasting is meant to get promoted in life, to become more powerful. Monday fasting is meant to work with your mind, to improve your memory, to calm you down, to sleep better, to improve nervous system, to normalize hormonal functions for women, and to make your family relationships better. If a person is very nervous, he does not sleep well, he has emotional pressure, he must fast on Mondays. Tuesday fasting improve your digestion, increase immunity, give you willpower. You can reach your goals, overcome difficulties, and treat some serious diseases. You will have willpower to act in life. You become more brave and courageous. Tuesday fasting is meant to defeat cancer. Wednesday fasting is meant to harmonize with environment, improve your speech, normalize all functions of your body, to give you inner calmness and focus, to give you self-control, to accumulate sexual energy. By the way, sexual disorders in men can be treated with Tuesday fasting. On Tuesday, I forgot to tell you, men can treat their sexual disorders on Tuesday, and on Wednesday accumulate sexual energy. Arrhythmia, dysfunctions of liver and all other types can be cured on Wednesdays. Intolerance to climate, allergies are to be treated by Wednesday fasting. Sunday is the day of sun. Monday is the day of moon. Tuesday is the day of Mars, and Wednesday of Mercury. Thursday is the Jupiter day. Those who fast on Thursdays can achieve their goals. It is meant for those who need faith and optimism, spiritual life. People who want to change their life and find their spiritual master, to improve their immunity, to obtain good luck in their life, to achieve knowledge, they must fast on Thursdays. Obtaining faith in your own possibilities. It is Thursday. Those who lack happiness in their life must fast on Fridays. If a person suffers, he has no family happiness, he does not feel harmonious with the environment, he feels no taste from food, he is in a bad mood, and the world seems sad, there is no happiness and joy. Then Friday fasting. It improves metabolism, it helps you lose excessive weight. Also, when you have some obsessions like computer mania or addiction to games, gambling, drinking problems, can be helped by Friday fasting. And in order to gain some weight, gaining weight, Friday also. Friday is Venus. And Saturday is Saturn, when you feel it difficult to live, when you are in jail, or you must be arrested or killed. You feel that you are very ill, or you are extremely lonely, or you are unfortunate, you cannot find a job, your nervous system suffers, you have some psychological disorder, you have no strength, you cannot work, or you are sick of everyone, then you must fast on Saturday. Yes, if you have a Saturn period, you must fast on Saturdays. I should do it because I'm so tired from this festival. Everyone wants something from me. Even though my assistants solve many problems, everyone wants to ask me a question. Everybody sit straight. Now remember a saintly person. If you can't, you can tune yourself to this voice. It is also a voice of a saintly person. In your faith, in your tradition, remember holiness. We need to change nothing. We just need to go deeper into it. Remember the holy name, the scriptures, the holy face of the one who gives you strength. I want to serve you, I want to live for you. Forget all your problems, sadness and troubles. There is only a saintly person in your mind. The only thing the saintly person needs is to give happiness to all people. And so you serve him by saying, I wish everyone happiness. I wish everyone happiness.
Я желаю всем счастья. Я желаю всем счастья.